Yo, man, it's almost 4:30. I gotta get the fuck out of here.
This is the Social Norm.
1, 2. You want top dollar and pop bottles and drop knowledge. Hit the throttle on nice autos without college. Do yourself a solid, put them boys on your screen. Wait, who do you mean? I mean canteen and beans. When the social norm is on, you better pay attention. They teach you lessons, make you laugh when you're stressing. Must I mention that the style is infectious? I gotta have it, I gotta have it. The rapid fire gabbing on my tablet. My boys established a gamut of information, from relations to dating to when your leader gets impatient. They're lacing the nation every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 4:30. The Social Norm Podcast, you heard me?
It's the Social Norm.
And I'm just getting warm.
It's the Social Norm.
And I'm just getting warm.
It's the Social Norm.
And I'm
Yep. Yo. You already know what it is, man. We back it again with another one. I'm your boy Canteen. It's my boy Beans.
What's going on, y'all?
Hey, what up, y'all? It's a Social Norm. You know what it is. Hey, today's episode 141, is called Passport Bros for Life. Now, today's episode we came across because a lot of things we've been seeing around the internet, it seems like it's a time that's changing for American men. And we are moving up and moving out. A lot of time, and I know we got guys that we work with,
Yes,
who they lived a life about this whole concept of going outside the country and meeting other women, being treated the way they feel they deserve to be treated, and not dealing with what the women have to offer in America. Hey, before we even get into the episode, y'all hit that like button, share, subscribe. Appreciate everybody who's been rocking with us, subscribing to the channel, because now we about to hit 250. We was at 200 like what?
a week ago, maybe.
Fucking 2 snaps, 2 blinks ago, and now we back. Now we about to hit 250. So keep telling that friend, tell a friend. We appreciate all y'all. And if you want to donate to the channel, you already know what it is, man. The Cash App right there, the Social Norm Podcast, Cash App it. And throughout the show, if you want to call to the show, this is the number down there, man. 716-218-9317. 716-218-9317. You can go ahead and call into the show and we can talk and give us your opinion about the subject. All right. So right now, we're gonna watch this video first, and then we're gonna get into it. Somebody already hit me with a comment. Oh, best theme song. Appreciate you.
Yeah.
You already know. Shout out to Delta Rec. Shit. All right, let's watch this video real quick. Get in this thing.
Problem is you.
Hold up, let me start this bitch from the jump. Hold up.
Listen, you've been talking 80% to his 20%. Your problem is you. How long were you married when the trouble started? How long was it good?
It was good for, I mean, all the 6 years, anything I wanted. Like if I said I wanted, new furniture, new laptop, he would always.
Pause. You see how this girl look? She's pretty decent.
Yeah, she's not bad looking.
She's not bad looking.
Even if I said I just wanted flowers, he would just.
Did you hear what you just said? He said, we've been arguing, the marriage hasn't been good. And I said, how long has the marriage not been good? And you talked about all the material things that he had gotten you. Not about arguing, not about the kids, not about conversations that you didn't have or feelings that he hasn't been able to express, but you started talking, itemizing those things that you got, and hence made the relationship good. If the money had kept flowing.
Wait a minute. Why does she keep turning her face like she mad because this shit sound like? Don't get mad because he telling the truth.
Yeah,
she telling her the real deal.
Yeah, she definitely don't want to hear that.
If you had a Mercedes and an addition on the house, we wouldn't be here, right?
I have a Mercedes. I wanted a Porsche.
I mean, a Porsche. My bad. My fault.
Oh my
I'm
God.
wrong. You still love her, Mr. Hamoud, don't you?
Yes, ma'am. I always have.
Now look
You
at
want it
him.
to work out.
Hold
don't
on.
you?
Now you could tell this is an older gentleman, right? He clearly is the provider, because she said, I had a Mercedes Benz. I wanted a Porsche. Okay. we all know the dynamic that this is. He's the provider. She's the, I guess,
Homemaker, I guess you would say.
I don't even know a homemaker. I'm gonna
the-
say the candy on his arm.
Yes, ma'am.
If I had the power, I'd clone you and sell you. You're a wonderful guy.
Thank you very much.
You're a quiet, nice, wonderful guy.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I try.
You'd be the biggest fool this side of the Mississippi if you let this man go. You have to work for the things you want. You have to sacrifice for the things you want. He doesn't want to have kids with you because he doesn't think you're quite up to the job. He doesn't think that the marriage is a stable and a good one. He's beginning to see that as the money wears down, your love is wearing out, and he doesn't want to bring a child into that. If you want to have children with him, you have to show him that you are worthy to be the mother of his children. The mother of his children.
What is this? What's her name?
That's John.
The
Lee
mother
Polar, I
of his
believe it
children
is.
does not keep her hand out saying, I want. The mother of his children must take her hands and embrace. And I don't think you're capable of that. If you want what you really want, then you have to show him you're a grown woman and not a little girl with his hand in his pocket. Quit calling that man 10 times a day. He's trying to work to bring you all the stuff that you want. He has the right not to be bothered, and you don't have the right to be entertained 24/7.
Damn, she preaching.
It just doesn't work like that.
How long this video? Hold up.
It might be a bit long. It might be a bit
You
long.
are capable of
I'm gonna go a
having
little
children.
longer, then
You
we're gonna
have to
talk.
prove
Yeah.
that you are woman enough. And when I mean woman enough, I mean have the ability to sacrifice, to do without, to not get what you want. Motherhood don't Porsche. Motherhood SUVs. That's what it is. Did anything I say make any sense to you, Ms. Michael?
Nope.
I still feel strong about how I feel. I just think that, you know, it was a lot of false promises, and he knew how I was, and I didn't lie to him.
I'm doing you the biggest favor anybody has ever done you by telling you not to leave this man. I'm doing the biggest favor that anybody has ever done for you by telling you to grow your heart and to pull back your hand. That's what I'm doing. I'm doing you the biggest. He's fantastic.
He don't see that.
And you can't do any better. You can't. You just can't.
Damn. She can't
Brad
fathom.
Pitt's taken. That's
That's
it.
why she just quiet, staring at her.
And people are okay. You want to stop right here? Or you
Yeah,
want
we
to,
can
okay,
stop
let's
right
stop it here because I want to hear this. I want y'all to hear this. This is the reality of this whole thing. She's telling her the truth, and the people in the background are laughing because they understand how much of a good guy this guy is.
Yeah.
He's providing for her. She's a beautiful woman. I'm not sitting there saying she's not.
She is.
But he's providing for her and he's taking care of her, giving her the things that she can't get herself. And she doesn't even see it.
She doesn't.
And a lot of times women be like, why don't he want to have a baby with me? Because we don't trust you.
Yeah.
You've already shown certain things in our eyes that you are out for yourself and you're not out for us.
Yeah. And this is my fault. I saw this video.
It triggered your
and
ass.
it really did because I was that guy. I was him. And if I wish I knew this man, and I would tell him this: you're doing all this to make her happy. And the one thing you gotta understand, she will never be satisfied.
That's what
There
I was
will
like. She'll never be happy.
always be something because that's exactly what I did. I gave everything and she wanted more. And I was like, there's nothing. What else do you want from me?
What do you think leeches do? They don't just suck blood till they're full. They suck blood till there's no more left. And this is what she is. She's a leech. A lot of women have this in America where they feel the only reason men are here is to take from them. But they don't understand that there's always been a dynamic of take, give, and take. There's nothing in the world that's for free. But we live in a world now where women in America feel like it should be for free because they feel like they have more options. And it really is disturbing how they treat men in America like we're second class citizens. So what men have been doing, they've been leaving this area to go for greener pastures. And they've been finding it. So we're going to watch one more video cuz this pretty much proves that passport bros is for real. You know, I definitely can see it. I think we've all been there where you've seen a girl that you're just like, why you are so selfish? You don't want to give nothing. Let's watch this video, y'all.
Over there, you see an American guy coming to visit, and you're like, "Oh my God, God is on earth," because of the fact that an American man, quote unquote, can give you anything. Because again, they're from here. Like, so what if you're white? So what if you're black? You're from the U.S. To us, as Dominicans, including myself, meeting a guy in DR or meeting a girl in DR is a big deal for them over there.
Me llamaron de Colombia y yo los voy a buscar en un rato.
Now you see this right here. This dude is, and he's just dying. Some of these women on this Tinder app are dimes. Like they would blow American women out of the water. You see this guy? This guy's a big dude. He not really special. Says you will find a wife, not a foreign 304. He said true match, choosing better globally. Passport bro.
Rompiendo el escenario como la dilema agregó. Si tiene 30 agregó lo que tengo parado. De mujeres de redes ya estoy cansado. Que traigan Filipinas, Uruguay y Panameña.
Over there.
All right. So I'm gonna say this, and this is just what I really feel. Beans, I feel this is what's gonna happen for your life.
My life?
I think you're gonna go travel to these countries like Puerto Rico, like Spain, like Thailand, like China, and you're gonna meet a woman over there, and she is going to have your nose wide open because she's gonna give you the respect and the honor and the love that you've been looking for your whole life. Anyway,
okay, here goes the thing. I actually lived like this for a brief period, a few years of my life. Like I went overseas and stuff like that and met women and stuff like that. It's definitely, I can testify there's a whole different dynamic over there. Like I always tell this story how I hired a tour guide. I was in Dominican Republic and I hired a tour guide.
Okay.
And it felt like me and this tour guide were on a date. Like she showed up to the hotel at a certain, she said, I'll meet you at 8 o'clock and then we'll go do whatever. Fine. She showed up with food. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like she met up and I'm like,
some good home cooking.
Yeah. Like she cooked it. I was like, did you buy this? She said, no, I made this for you because I thought you would like it. And I was like, all right.
See, I'd have been scared. I'd have been like, well, here, eat some of it first.
Well, I didn't eat it right there. I took it back to my room just in case it got roofied or something. No, it was good. I was fine. And she basically treated me with like I said, like we were dating. She took me places, showed me around.
So she treated you like you was her man.
Yes, basically. And I'm like, this can't. I said, now first off, well, maybe this is just because she's the tour guide. Maybe this is just
just trying to be nice.
She do, but then as the weeks went on, I realized it wasn't just her. It was like everywhere I went.
Yeah,
women treated me like.
So it wasn't just her. It was the fact that every woman treated you with the respect, and that you were like almost like they were trying to get your approval.
Yes, it was. I wasn't used to it. You know, I got so used to, the American women, the the American attitude and things like that. Like you have to approach me. You have
to take me out. you have to do this for me.
It was met equally, and I was just like, I ain't gonna lie. At first, I didn't know what to do with it. I was like, I was waiting for them to flip on me, but
like gotcha, nigga.
Yeah, like
gotcha.
They never did, and I understand why men go over there and they meet these women, and they're like, well, I'm not going back to America when I got it so good over here.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So I understand when some people talk like that.
Okay, so the reason we got a friend who literally we work with,
mm-hmm.
and like I said, he lives his life like this. He travels to Thailand. I think it's Bangkok, Thailand. He travels to, and when I say this man works, he comes to America, works his ass off, does mad overtime so he can save up so he can go back to Bangkok, Thailand, and live like a king, live like how he wants to live, where he likes to be with the women of Thailand.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I'm gonna say. He likes to live with the women of Thailand, and he says the price of things are so much different over there, where as far as our dollar goes a long way. So you can literally ball out with the budget. You can take $2,000-$3,000 and probably make it like it was $30,000 in America.
Damn.
And he says it's the culture down over there where the women are just more pleasing. They love to please people. It's not just the women though, it's men too. Their culture is of wanting to please.
Oh, the hospitality.
They always smiling, they're always happy, they're always feminine. They're just not when you walk up to them, like in America, when you walk up to a female, a lot of times you get that feeling of, what do you want? What do you want with me? Why are you approaching me? Remember that video we did where the guy was trying to say something to her? She's like, I got a husband. What do you want?
Yeah.
And he was like,
your tire's flat.
Tire's flat, man. That's the energy that we get in America. In the Philippines and other countries, I don't think they have that.
No, I've yet, in the countries that I've been in, I've yet to encounter that.
And like, I remember when I went to college. I went to college in Louisiana. Shout out Southern University. And me being from New York, coming to Louisiana, I was like fresh meat to women. My accent sounded different. I'm from a different area. They just liked it because they're like, wow, this guy's he's not the typical guy that I'm used to. Women, and I think this is an international thing. All women like different. They like something that isn't the norm. Mm-hmm. This is why women attract the bad boys, because they're not the normal nice guy that they're used to. He's gonna do something different. He's gonna give her a different experience. And this is what a lot of times we get when you go travel to different countries. You are that bad boy without even wanting to be the bad boy.
Yeah, that's so true. And I think it comes down to culture too, because I know in even in the Dominican Republic, like they basically teach the girls that, you want a man, this is what you got to do. You got to present yourself pleasant. You got to cater to him in a certain way.
Yeah.
And basically play your role.
Can you lift your body up? Because you was just hunched over. Play your role.
Don't do me like that.
That's what you looking like on the camera.
Don't do
I'm
me
like,
that.
damn, you stand up. Hunchback of Notre Negro. All right, so, and I wanted to show you this video real quick because I definitely seen this where it made me laugh, because we living in a world right now where in America, identifying as a certain whatever is like, this is part of the problem. I think we're so confused on what is left, what is right, what is up, what is down. that it makes it even harder to date. Watch this video.
Mhm.
Hold up,
Give me your wallet.
Michael, do you know what the leading cause of death for pregnant people is?
Pregnant people?
Mhm.
Mothers? Women?
If you'd like to call them mothers, not all of them are mothers, but if you'd like to call them that,
What are they if they're not mothers?
they're pregnant people.
What people other than mothers are pregnant?
It only takes a couple extra syllables to use inclusive language.
To include
and
who?
it seems to include people who don't identify as women but can become pregnant.
So you're telling me that in order to be a moral person, I need to accept the idea that a man can really become a woman. That's a prerequisite of my being a moral person.
I mean, yes.
I would
Yes.
like to identify, I do identify actually,
Mhm.
as the correct person on this issue. And I would just ask that you accept and affirm my identity. Do you?
Well, you are not a medical professional, and abortion and pregnancy
No, I'm
is
just
a
talking about my
medical
identity.
concern. That's not your identity.
That is I promise you, that's my identity.
Michael.
Now, I seen this video and I was like, wow, this girl, this is the problem with that ideology of just, oh, everybody can identify whatever they want to identify as. See how he breaks it down to where it sounds foolish? It sounds like, okay, well, I identify as a person who knows what the hell I'm talking about, and you're wrong. You need to respect that.
Yeah. And it breaks down really quick when you throw it right back on. Unfortunately.
My whole thing is this: I don't have a problem with you believing how you want to believe.
Mm-hmm.
What I have a problem is when you try to make other people believe that way. Like, don't. I should respect your reality, and you should respect mine.
Yeah.
Just because they don't fit together doesn't mean anything. It just means that's my reality. Yours is this. Women today, their reality is in America, men are less than them, and men need to provide for them, and they don't really think they have to provide for us. See, we both provide for each other.
Yes, that's how it's supposed to be. But I don't understand where the ideology comes from, where you don't have to give anything in return. You know what I mean? And I always say this, people, and I've always realized this growing up. There's always somebody who says there's nothing in life is free, right?
Mm.
If you ask somebody for something, they tell you nothing in life is free. There's that same person is always a person who asks you for something for nothing. You know what I mean? They want that thing for free.
We all strive for something to have for free.
Yes. But when you say that same thing back to them, well, nothing in life is free, they want to sit there and be mad at you.
Yeah.
He's like, no, when I asked you for something, you told me nothing in life is free. Now you're asking me for something, you want me to do it for free.
Well, see, the thing about people is when you throw back their ideology in something to where it doesn't benefit their thinking, then they don't want to hear it. Then they say no. Just like that girl where she said pregnant people. He's like, you talking about mothers? Well, they don't have to identify as mothers. There could be other women. She's trying to include her ideology of how she sees a woman, where that could be anybody who identifies as a woman.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then if that's the case, then you have to accept that he can identify whatever he wants to identify as. But she doesn't want to do that because it destroys her argument.
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
So in the same way, you got to be like, okay, I lost my train of thought.
Like you kind of got to both like agree that, okay, your reality is you don't call them women. Okay. You don't call pregnant women. Okay. But she has allowed that man to call them women.
She doesn't want to call them mothers. He was like, mothers? And she was like, no. Pregnant people. Like, what's the whole my whole thing is, this is where this country is going, where we are breaking down the male, female, men, women, wife, husband, mother, father. Like, they don't want to have identification. But if you don't have identification in a culture, then you don't know nothing. You don't know where you are with anything.
How do you know who roles is to do what?
my whole thing is this. So how do you go? Okay, let's just say we take this ideology that anybody can be whatever they identify as. Well, if police have an incident where a man goes to kill a woman or whatever case may be, and then you go back to read the report, and it's like a man killed a woman, and he's like, no, a woman killed a man. What are you talking about? This report says a man killed a woman. No, a woman killed a man because I identify as a woman. And now all these things get confused and everything. And it's like, let's stop the madness.
Trust me, try that. There was this case when I was in California. I was watching this case with this dude. I think it was early this year. He jumped in his SUV and ran over people in this parade. Right, just went crazy, killed like 6 people. Right. During the case, they were saying his name. It was like Deshaun something. And he was like, well, I don't identify
as Deshaun,
as Deshaun such and such. And they were like, no, that's you. Cut it out.
Yeah, we're not hearing that.
We're not hearing that.
This is you. We got you on tape.
Like they literally had him on camera. He's like, well, I don't identify as that person on camera. And then judge was like, stop it.
Well, it ain't no different than when you get somebody who says, I don't identify with that name.
Yeah, that's what he was doing.
Okay, well, you don't got to identify with it, but the court identifies you as that.
Yeah,
you can go ahead in your own personal self and do what you want to do.
They were like, stop it. Like, they're like, we're not playing that pronoun game, the identification game. We're not doing that in here. No. Okay, you did it. This is you.
Answer for the shit.
Yeah, that's basically what they were saying.
All right, I want to watch this video real quick. No, let me get it up here.
Okay,
I want to see what you say about this video.
Oh, here we go. No blind.
And also, if y'all want to call into the show and tell us whatever y'all want to tell us, the number works now. Took a minute, but we got it. All right, let's go. It says all males need to watch this. How the government protects cheaters.
Guy goes to Afghanistan for 13 months, and his wife gets pregnant and has a new son. He says that's not possible. So he files for divorce while he's away, open and shut, right? He's not going to have to pay child support. It's all going to be fine, right?
Not true. There's this doctrine called the Lord Mansfield Doctrine, and it's based on Old English common law. And what that doctrine said essentially is that unless the man was away on the high seas or otherwise his equipment didn't work, he is presumed to be the father of every child that his wife has while he's married to her. But now there's been somewhat of a perverted twist to the thing by the states that support the marital presumption of paternity. It doesn't matter whether you're in the country, out of the country. You found out she had multiple boyfriends. You said, I'm not touching her with a 10-foot pole. The judge says, according to the law, you are responsible for any children she has while you're still married to her, so ordered.
A guy.
Now, I wanted to put that video out there for you because I wanted to see what you were going to say about it.
Okay. So they're basically saying as long as you're married to this woman and she has a child by another man, you have to take care of this child.
It pretty much says when you marry a woman, whether she's faithful, not faithful, lies, she has the right to lie, cheat, and everything, and you are responsible for this child because you chose this woman as your wife. What kind of fucking crazy bullshit is that?
That is insane. I don't agree with that at all.
You've literally given the keys to any psychopath, lying, manipulative woman to not fear any repercussions for her wrongdoing.
So my question is, he said while they're married.
While they're married.
If he divorces her,
if they divorce,
is he still gotta pay child support?
Because the baby was born while you were married.
That's crazy. That's wrong.
Isn't that wild? How do you even expect anybody to go into marriages with these type of rules put in place to pretty much defeat any man?
It's like you're stepping on a landmine. Like is
there any reason? I'm just asking you because you're the only one on this show has been married. is there any benefit to being married as a man? You were married for how many years?
9.
Tell me the benefit you felt from being married, besides the whole stigma of saying this is my wife.
I mean, it's benefits like, if you can count those benefits, like companionship and stuff like that. Having somebody who's supposed to have your back.
So you couldn't have a companion without being married.
Well, you can.
So I'm asking you, did you have a companion before you were married?
I did. I just didn't live. You just didn't
live with her?
Just didn't live with her.
Oh, so you never had lived with a woman until you got married?
No, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Which I don't.
Would you do that again?
I wouldn't do that again.
Would you live with a woman again?
Well, yes, I will live with a woman again.
But y'all not gonna be married first.
No, because somebody, and this is one of the best advice I got to, you don't really know somebody till you live with them. You really don't.
Mm-hmm.
And that is fact. Okay, I have lived that because you tend to let down your guy. Even me, even I was a little different.
Yeah, I can feel you. You got a very nonchalant attitude, so I could see how that shit could get annoying. Of like, hey, need you to do this? All right, I'll get to it.
I get to it.
And then a week later, hey, did you do it? Oh yeah, I'm gonna get to it.
But yes,
Like,
you truly don't know somebody until you live with them, and then you have no choice but to adjust because you're married. So I wouldn't recommend it. Just see how you live it. Give it like 6 months to a year, live with them, and then see if you can deal with it.
I've heard stories about women in the Dominican Republic where you can go down to the Dominican Republic, get with a chick, she will treat you like she's your girlfriend, everything. You get like a apartment, pay for the apartment. She will stay in the apartment, cook, clean, drain your balls, do it all, and pretty much like while you're there, you're like treated like a king. She'll stay there 24, and if you have to go somewhere and come back, she'll still be there and take care of you and everything like that. But these women are like dime pieces.
Well, I'm gonna say that I didn't hear that about the Dominican. I heard it about Brazil.
Oh, Brazil too.
I heard it about Brazil.
Okay.
I will say this: you'd be hard pressed. When the area I was in, you were hard pressed to find somebody who was not good looking, who was not a beautiful.
Hard pressed. Wow.
Me, like I literally searched for an entire week to find somebody who would be deemed like regular.
Okay.
Like the woman cleaning my room, the maid
was fine as hell.
Looked like a Victoria's Secret model.
See, that's what I need. I need something like that.
It threw me off. I was like, "You here to clean my room?" She was like, "Yeah, what's wrong?" I was like,
I'm about to show y'all a quick video that I seen, and this is really almost what I think all the women in America really be like. Hold up.
That's a
stop.
Wait.
Just wait. All right. Let's watch this video. So this is a lady named Kendra G. She does this dating show on her page.
What's your name?
Deshaun.
Deshaun from where?
Detroit, Michigan.
Detroit. How old are you, Deshaun?
29. What's the problem?
You didn't hear the question.
Yes, I did.
No, you didn't.
You said where I'm from. I said Detroit. You said how old are you? I said 29.
No, yeah, I said how old are you?
I said 29.
That means how many years have you been on Earth?
I'm 29 years old, you fucking bozo.
29?
Yeah. Hey, I know, girl. I know you ain't trying to go there with the rings because you without no makeup on, you're hideous. Like, don't play with me because I can go there. I'm trying to be nice. That wig Like, don't play with me. Don't play with me, Kendra. Please don't do it.
Hello?
Now,
Okay.
I had to do this because this is the falsehood that a lot of women. She come at him. Now, yes, do he look 29?
No.
Hell no. He looked like he's 69. But
I want to question him too. I'm like, no, for
wait,
real.
wait, how old are you, dude? You 29. Like,
no,
okay.
ain't no way, bro. Ain't no way you trying.
Look, I get it. He looked like he had a struggled life. But my thing is this: the nerve of her to try to play him about his age when we know she got a cake full of makeup on, she got a wig on, she's playing costume, fucking Blue's Clues. Like, she just literally is nothing about her on this thing. Fake eyelashes, fake makeup, fake eyebrows. Everything about her appearance right there is fake. That is not her natural look. And the fact that she tried to play him, that is the delusion that a lot of American women have, where they feel like because they go up, if you gotta when the whole concept of you getting up in the morning is I gotta put my face on, nigga.
Okay. Yeah, I get. Okay, I see where you're coming from. I mean,
Now, yeah, we all know that nigga look rough.
I'm about to say,
But that ain't got nothing to do with you trying to play him.
She should have just. She just would have. She should have just asked one more time, and then we should have left.
No, she asked it 4 times, dude.
I know. I mean, like she said, "How old are you?" He said 29. He said, "Okay." How
She
old
just
you?
looked like. You didn't hear the question.
Yeah, that's what.
No, I heard the question. I'm 29.
I did, after that, I would have been like, "Okay, all right, I'm sorry." And then,
but she had to keep pushing it. Talking about, no, I mean, how many years are you on this earth? Like, my thing is that was funny, but we all know
that was
ladies.
cold.
If y'all really took off all y'all apparel and all y'all masks and makeup, do you really think you could get the same attention from men that you get?
And that's the thing. I mean, I always say if men, if we just born looking a certain way,
I mean, like, look at you.
That's it.
You look rough.
I'm what?
I didn't fuck with you.
I'm like,
what? Hey, no, let's be real. On both ends, both of us, for the most part, sometimes without getting a haircut.
Oh, listen, I be looking
like
homeless. I be looking.
Right now, you look the best. You look better than what I've seen you at your worst.
Oh yeah, I
at
look
your
pretty
worst.
bad.
I be like, nigga, will you get it together? I feel offended to stand next to you because of how rough you look, and you be like, all right, you right.
I'm not gonna. I ain't gonna hold you. It's a degree of like laziness.
No, I'm gonna tell you what it is. I think not only laziness, but I think the times you're like that, I'm like, I think he's depressed.
No, I don't be depressed.
You have to be. You have to be. There's no way you get to the point of the homelessness you look to get where you're like you don't. Okay, well, either you're depressed or you have literally no mirrors in your house, and you wake up with just because you just go out, and I'll be like, damn.
Listen, I know what I look like, okay, and it's one of those things where I'm like, especially when my facial hair grow out.
That's what I'm talking about.
When that grow out, I'll be like, all right,
nigga, damn.
I'll do it tomorrow. And then like
tomorrow don't ever come. Tomorrow, then the next day, then the next day, then the next day, and I'll just be like, what in the hell? And it really was bad because I used to always have to be the one to say something.
Right, yeah.
Nigga, what are you doing?
You wasn't the only one.
Then you'll be like, all right.
My father would see me be like, boy,
get yourself together. Yeah. Like, because and my thing is, they say if you dress how you want to play. And I'm like, this nigga is not playing to win at all in life. Like, he was not like, and we've all been there where we sit there and say, I ain't really I'm trying to be lazy today. But that's how girls are when they don't find a guy that they like. They just let themselves just be,
they just straight up.
And then when you running Imagine when you run into a girl, because I've done this, where you didn't get a haircut, you dressing like a bum, and then you run into a girl that you're like, wow, I would love to say something to her. But you ain't gonna say nothing because you know you look a hot fucking mess. You like, fuck this. You don't need to see me. Let me get the fuck up out of here.
It's the thing is too, and this is how like I thank God for the women in my life who are actually nice to me.
Who come in and tell you like, baby, you need to go ahead.
The older women say that, baby.
Go get a haircut.
I'm gonna need you to go get a haircut.
I need you to shave that.
Seriously, you look better than this. They say that. The younger women be like, so
that's how you regularly look?
When you gonna get a haircut? Like,
and like this is the thing. Most men ain't gonna say nothing to other men. The fact that I say something lets you know it done got to a point where it's just hell no.
And I think back on the times where I was looking homeless, and like as many times as women I knew cooked me food.
I just looked at it like I was like, this. Like to me, I'm gonna say you right now, those things play a factor in everything of how women perceive you.
Oh yes, okay. I agree. I do agree.
When you say when y'all, and I don't want to get too personal, but when you be like, oh yeah, me and my wife ain't working out. When you like that, I would be looking like, I'm wondering why. Like I was just like, nigga, do you ever think, baby, if you didn't look like a homeless motherfucker, that she might be like, all right, Leah.
Listen, I know when my hair is retwisted and my hair is cut like so. I know the vibe is totally different.
Nigga, the vibe, nigga, you look like a
whole nother person,
a decent, good looking dude. Like when I say yo worse, it's
pretty bad.
I be like,
I can get pretty bad. I ain't gonna hold you.
I be looking at you. I know you do. I've seen it. I be like, God damn. I'm sitting there thinking, imagine. I'm just looking at like, I was like, imagine his wife just sleeping. Wake up in the morning and be like, oh, this is like, come on.
That's I ain't gonna hold y'all, man. I do be looking pretty rough.
So let me ask you this: was that an issue? Because I like you showed me, and I don't know, like I said, I didn't hang out around your wife and nothing like that. Yeah. Was that an issue? Because I felt like, hold up, my seat. Sorry, y'all.
God bless you.
Thank you. Was that an issue? Because I felt like she probably seemed like the type of person who kept herself up.
Oh yeah, she was like a Barbie doll. Like it was rare that I saw her like.
And you sure as hell wasn't her Ken.
Regular.
So I'm asking, do you feel like because personally she kept herself up? Do you feel like that how you didn't keep yourself up played some factor of how she?
It was tough. It was tough to tell because she wanted me. There were times I felt like she wanted me like fat and ugly, so nobody else would want me. Like when I started losing weight,
she went full into that shit. Didn't
she didn't want to. If I draw stairs because I got a haircut, she ain't like that either. So there was a point in time where I started working out and I would come home to a whole cake or like a dozen cupcakes. Oh yeah, I made this for you. Like I don't want this. I'm trying to lose weight. You know what I mean? So I sometimes I think she wanted
to sabotage you,
sabotage me. So
you know what? Okay, so I think what it is the same thing I did with my father. My father he gained 500 pounds. He was over 500 pounds, and he's like, I'm going on a diet. My father used to buy these square pastries that were like in a aluminum thing.
Oh, I used to love those.
You know what I'm talking about, with the frosting?
Yeah,
cut them up.
I love the cherry ones, man.
Well, there was there was like a cinnamon one.
Yeah, yep.
So I forgot what they were called. You can get them at like Save-A-Lots and shit like that.
Yeah,
okay.
I used to love those.
He used to buy them, but these is packed with sugar, butter, just everything to clog the hell out of your arteries.
Oh my God, so much goodness.
You gain so much weight eating these things, right? And he would buy them all the time. But when he started going on his diet, he's like, I ain't eating none of that. He got rid of all stuff. So I was like, it was like a week or two into his diet. or maybe like 2-3 weeks in, and I just said, you know what? I'm gonna see how strong he really is. Now, was I right for it?
No.
Yes. Let me tell you why I was right for it. Because it's gonna go either way. Either you're gonna fail, or you're gonna be done with it altogether. So I bought this pastry, and I put it right in the middle of the kitchen table and left it there, and tested to see if he was gonna cut open the piece. I didn't even cut it open, right? And then a couple days go by. He doesn't touch it. I said, oh, he said, I see you bought that day. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get to it. I'm probably gonna get a slice. So I cut one slice open just to make it look like, okay, it's bust open now. So he really ain't got no reason not to tag it. He never touched it. And
Good for him.
And I threw it away.
Good for him.
And I said, I knew that day, I said, my dad is really changing. He really gonna change. And he did. He lost the weight, and now he's doing a lot better.
That's good. Good for him. Why you gonna sabotage him like that?
Because I think it's human nature to try to see if you're really gonna change.
You are a saboteur. Instead of supporting him,
I did support him. I was the one who told me he needed to lose the weight a long time ago.
So then you do that by you buy the fake.
Well, my thing is, if you tell me you're gonna do something, I'm gonna put you to the test and see if you're really gonna do it.
And what if he failed? Then what?
I would have been like, well, what happened to this? All this shit you was talking about?
You gonna throw him in? You gonna throw it in?
Well,
his face?
I did it his ultimate test because I was like, if you can stop from eating the pastry at your own home that you see every day, anything outside your house is gonna be cake.
No pun intended.
Yeah.
But I get it. But that was what's happening to me. It was turning into, oh, I baked you a dozen cupcakes. I'm like, when have I eaten
a dozen cupcakes?
A dozen cupcakes. You've never seen me eat a cupcake a day in your life. Why would
you bust a couple of them damn cupcakes?
I sure enough did, but
she got your ass.
But I was like, all right. So I think it was a bit of sabotage there, to be honest.
Okay.
To keep me looking a certain way.
And this is the thing though. I think it comes down to how you're treated does determine how you treat yourself sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
And how you treat yourself determines how you're going to be treated. That's the catch-22. So when you treat yourself bad and not up to the top tier level, I think you open yourself up to getting treated bad. You know what I mean? Like, people don't naturally just say, I want to treat people good. They treat people good because they feel like they should treat people good.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get what you mean. That's why you always see the girl with the lowest self-esteem with the boyfriend who just treats her like
crap.
The worst. You're just like, why you stay with this dude? This dude is trash.
Come on, Becky.
Yeah. You know what I mean? They feel like they deserve it. They feel like they deserve to be treated that way.
So
because they're low self-esteem. Makes no damn sense, but I mean, this is what it is.
I mean, it does make sense. You got a choice to accept what people tell you or reject what people tell you.
Yeah.
As a young baby, the things that we were told when we were young stick with us to when we're adults. And you either can stay with it and say, okay, I believe what I was told when I was young, or you can say, no, I don't believe that anymore. But it's very hard to unwind what you've been taught when you were a young kid.
Yes, it's tough. It's ingrained in you.
That's why you have people girls who they say, well, you're so beautiful, you're so beautiful, you're so beautiful. And there's nothing wrong with wanting to feel beautiful, but you're a princess, you're a princess, you're a princess. You deserve everything, you deserve everything, you deserve everything. And then you really feel like you should get those things without putting in any work because this is what they've told you.
Yes, that is the hardest way to live. I mean, like Lynn Torres said it best, you have to work and sacrifice for the things you want. And people nowadays feel like they just don't have to do that.
Men or women.
Yeah.
But if I had to go with one or the other.
Well, you see, well,
I'm
here's
gonna say both. I'm gonna say both. I ain't gonna say
okay. Both. But I think men usually we understand it first because when we're young, we're taught as
that you're not gonna just get anything you want.
We're just not given things. It just doesn't work like that.
I don't have a problem with. Look, I understand. You know what? the men who have struggled their whole life dealing with trying to find love in America, and now they're going outside of America. Our friend, he couldn't be happier.
Exactly. And here goes the thing. It's not a new thing.
No,
it's not.
It's just being more aware to everybody else.
Yeah, that's what's happening. It's becoming more and more mainstream. I mean, there are plenty of times, even where I live, I see you. How many times have you seen a dude with a mail order bride? I know at least 5 people with mail order.
I know
brides.
3.
So it's and it's just like
they're all white.
Well, yeah, they are, but same here. But it's just like they knew. They went to another country, found what they wanted, brought it back home.
But then my question is, why do, if the men in America that go travel abroad to go find the women that, their wives or just women to deal with, why do the women in America have such a negative mindset towards those men? If those are the guys you don't want or you don't show attention to, right, or praise, why do you care if he goes and finds it from someone else?
Well, I think because sometimes passport bros, there's this stigmatism behind it, like, well, these women are better than you.
For me.
Yeah, but see, that's the part they forget. For me. All they hear is these women are better than you.
But see, my thing is, what I think it is women, they love competition, but they hate competition. Because when there's competition, now they have to take you seriously and have to compete. If all the men, and I believe the men who are not getting looked at in America, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who are getting played, who get talked to whatever way they're gonna get talked to as second-class citizens, when they all decide to leave to go to abroad to find women who are more pleasing to them, the women in America now, they don't have that guy who they can friend zone. They don't have that guy who they can cry on their shoulder about Ray Ray and them.
Yeah, they don't have the just in case.
They don't have the guy they can call and say, I'm hungry, come give me some food or take me out, and I'm still not gonna give you no ass. They don't have that guy no more, because that guy has opened up his brain and said, you know what, I can get what I want from over here. I don't need you.
Mm-hmm.
And that, think about it. We just recently had one where girl who was just needing attention.
Oh yeah.
The women need attention from us, and when they're not gonna get the attention from Ray Ray and Pookie and them, because they got 20 girls that they got to deal with. But the guys who are just a regular average guy, they're not gonna get attention from them, because now Mei Ling and them is gonna go get the attention.
Mm-hmm. I mean, look at the show 90 Day Fiance. I think that dude's name was Big Bob or something like that. This dude looked like Turtle.
Oh, him? Oh,
yeah, he had women. He was getting women coming after him.
Mm-hmm.
Just because he went to a whole different country. It's a whole different ball game over there.
It really is. Let's go ahead and watch another video of this guy and just see what he got to say about let's see. It says passport bro travel recommendations. Oh, let's watch from the beginning.
Women in this town compete to find a husband because of man shortage. Dongguan in southern China is known as the sex capital of the country. However, in Dongguan, there's way more women than men. So the women of Dongguan actually have to compete to find a man. And the men of Dongguan are actually able to have multiple girlfriends.
Super secret tip of the night, everyone. So I told you about North Chinese secret tip. Now I'm going to tell you about the South Chinese secret tip. If you're in South China, in a province called Guangzhou, or Canton as you might know it, there's a little city called Dongguan. And now, I'm not sure if I pronounced that right, but we're just going to leave that there. This is one of the craziest cities for girls. Actually, it is a proven fact that every one guy has 2 girlfriends there, because there's so many girls in the city and so little men that it's not even funny. So if you're in South China, I recommend you stopping by Dongguan and just seeing if you can find yourself a nice girlfriend or wife, because I guarantee you're going to have a good time. Have a good night.
Women in this town compete to find a husband because of
Damn.
man shortage.
So, Dung Chong, China. I probably said that shit completely wrong.
Dongguan.
Dongguan.
He said Ching Chong.
I said Dung Chong. You don't try to say I say Ching Chong, motherfucker. I ain't say all that. I said Dongguan. All right, what was it again?
Dongguan.
Dongguan, China. Got every man there has 2 girlfriends because they have that many ratio difference between men and women.
I'm actually surprised they do. I'm surprised China do, because I know for a while their population was mainly men. For a hot minute,
that's because they were killing the female babies.
Yeah.
Aborting them if they saw that they were females, because there were so many women more than men. They wanted to have men because they felt it would make it stronger to, for schooling and just for life, which I can understand, but my thing is this: for a country or a town or a city to have so many ratio difference, it's crazy. I looked it up, and the ratio difference in Florida is 98 men to 100 women. Now, I know y'all probably thinking that ain't that much. It's only 2 to every 100. But that number starts to go up crazy when you get to a million people and more. The ratio between men and women in Georgia, because I know a lot of people have that stereo that women can't find men in Georgia. For every 90 men, there's 100 women. So when you take that number, if you say there for every 1,000, for every 900 men, right, there's 100 women who don't have a man, who don't have anybody. So there's an extra 100 women. There's 400. What was it? Almost 500,000 more women.
Yeah.
In the I want to say what was it in?
I thought that was Florida.
That was Florida.
That was
in Florida, there's 500,000 more women than men. So when they say why monogamy and all this other stuff, think about this. We're just talking about men and women. There's 500,000 more women than men in Florida. That's not including gay men. That's not including men who can't have children. That's not including men who are in prison. When they say men, they're talking about all men. So these men could be in prison. These men could be gay. These men could be blind, deaf, retarded. It could be whatever. So imagine the number of men to a ratio of women who actually want men. So really, there's no way you could have a monogamous relationship with women in America and actually satisfy all women.
You can't.
Now
somebody's gonna be alone.
Now we do know there's gay women out there.
Yeah, that's true.
But I don't believe, and I have to look up these numbers, I don't believe that the ratio of gay women to straight women is that high. Like, I think there's gay women out there. What would you say if you had to say out of 100% of women, how many of them are actually gay? And when I mean gay, I mean they don't mess with men at all.
At all?
Yes. Strictly
out of 100. Let's say out of
what's
100.
a good name? What's a good rhyming thing? Because it's strictly dickly, but what's the version for women?
I don't know what the version is.
Y'all put in the comments and tell us what the version for women is for rhyming.
But I think going back to it, Georgia, now that I think about it, every guy I know, like every friend or coworker or what I know that moved down to Atlanta, was married about a year or two later. And they're still married to this day.
Because if you move to Atlanta, there are so many women who are looking for a man, a straight man that actually wants a straight woman or bi woman, whatever they do. They can't. What can they say? It's almost like I come in the building. Yeah, I know what this is. Remix. Everything that keeps me up.
I can't tell. But yeah, I totally understand. That's why I was telling one of my coworkers that, like,
I'm about to look up Buffalo. I'm listening.
Yeah, I was telling one of my coworkers who, he was divorced and he seemed a little bitter about things. And I said, look,
little man.
Yeah, and I said, next time you leave, next time you go to, he's going on vacation. He was going on vacation. I said, next time you go to this place, I'm gonna need you to go out and find you a woman. But put all this hate to rest. I said, your woman done moved on. Okay, I'm gonna need you.
Was you the one who said, why do women no? Oh no, I was at work today and somebody said, why do women move on faster than men? And I was like, I don't know why. And they said, I forgot what they said.
Oh yeah.
It wasn't important. All right, so
go ahead.
For men in America, for Buffalo, 94 men to 100 women. So we actually we're not as bad as Georgia, but we are in the middle somewhere.
Okay. I mean, that's not a big gap.
And I feel it. I think there's a lot of women out here who probably don't have men.
Yeah, I mean, you can see it basically in my social circles alone. You can kind of tell.
That's why Ray and which is funny. There's less men, right?
Mm-hmm.
But there's more men in our area that don't have children,
mm-hmm.
that aren't married,
mm-hmm.
but the women say they can't find a man. So who's the real problem?
Well, they can't find the men that they want.
So is it that
we out here?
So wait a minute, hold on. Is it that men aren't up to their standards? There's so few men that are up to their standards, or is it that these women are such negative people that the men don't even want them?
One would argue both, depending on the person. Because I've heard standards from women, and some of them are ridiculous. You know what I mean? The whole height thing. I always go back to the whole height thing. I mean, you wouldn't date a man. I know. I have a friend who lives overseas. This man was a lawyer. He made, I think, like $500,000 a year or whatever. Very successful man.
Okay.
She wouldn't date him because he was 5'4". I said, "You're dumb." Like, you are
can't make this shit up.
I was like, you are smart, but you are dumb at the same time. I was like, that is the reason why you won't date that man. I said, I have nothing. I have nothing that this man has. Okay.
It's not about it's
but
the image she has in her mind.
Yeah, but she would date me before she would date him. I was like, he's the better choice. Are you kidding me?
Well, no. See, what's gonna happen is this: she's gonna date you because that's the image she wants.
Mm-hmm.
Then she's gonna realize you ain't shit. And then as she goes through her age and gets older and wiser, aka more spoiled.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't mean spoiled like, oh, I deserve this. I mean spoiled like milk.
Oh,
getting worser for on the pay scale of what's hot, what's not. She's gonna say, I want somebody more mature. I want somebody who understands. I'm willing to go with this short guy now. See, that's what happens. When they feel like they're up top and their shit don't stink, they want the bad boy, they want the sexy dude, they want the guy they know that's not good for them that they can have. And then as their value starts decreasing, then they want the good guy.
Mm-mm-mm.
That's how it always happens. We literally just talked to somebody about that.
Yeah.
They dealt with the bad boys
yesterday,
and now they're dealing with the good guy because now but luckily. And it took I ain't gonna put never mind. We'll talk about that later. Anything else you want to talk about before we get the hell up out of here?
No, I'm good. I think we covered. I'm not as triggered as I was when I started. I'm good.
All right, cool. Hey, I'm gonna say this, fellas. Don't be afraid to take that risk to go get your passport, to go outside to find what you need in life.
Mm-hmm.
Don't stick around the area because you scared and fearful of change, and deal with the subpar stuff you've been dealing with these women in America. You don't have to deal with that.
You got to go out and find your happiness now.
If your happiness is not here, let's, and not even that, maybe your happiness is here, but you won't know what else the world has to offer you until you get out. I tell every man and woman, go out there and travel and experience life.
Oh yeah, 100%. You got your passport?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Don't play with me.
I'm asking. I don't know.
It's nothing but a let's go.
I got mine too. I'm just
well, we'll figure something out then. Fuck it. Hey y'all, I'm your boy Canteen. Y'all go travel, man. This is my man Beans.
Y'all have a good weekend.
Oh yeah, weekend. Go do something for yourself, man.
Mm-hmm.
Go. Go to Bangkok. Get wild. Let's get it. I'm your boy Canteen. This is my man Beans. Social Norm. We out.
Daddy.